Good morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. I am doing a reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Like I said before, I am trying to lower my intro voice because I went into one of my readings the other day and I was like, whoa, that is too loud for even me. Um, so I'm bringing it down a couple notches. Saggies, your guys' energy is a little bit interesting. Um, when I was in your guys' meditation, um, I would go heavy into meditation, and then it was thought after thought after thought. Sorry, let me just what is this? Oh, it looks like it's standing out because I have black hair and then it's blonde, but it's not sticking out. Um, See, that's not a thought I would normally have because I normally don't give a crap about things like that. But that was like a random hair. That wasn't me. That's all you guys' energy. That was weird. So things like that. I was in a heavy, deep meditation, very much in, and then I'd have interruptions about my shopping list or about how to do this or about my to-do list. And then I'd remember and I'd be like, oh, no, 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 let me go back into meditation. And then I'd go in for a good minute, and then again it would happen, and it, I didn't even get frustrated. It was just like it was a normal thing. It was just like I don't have ADHD, but I feel like that's probably what it would feel like. Like and I don't even want to. I've had meditations where it feels like somebody's switching a TV, like it's an image after an image after an image. This was not it. This was like I'm focused on something and then I get pulled out to like 10 different other things, and then I pull myself back into focus, if that makes sense. Um so yeah, I feel like you guys are having a tendency right now of having a hard time focusing on just one thing. Um, just based off of the cards that I've already pulled out, because remember the way I do my readings, I pull out the etheric energy and then I ground it down. Um, I don't know who I'm reading for. The energy has shifted quite a bit, which I actually am very happy for because I love to be able to read for a bunch of different energies instead of just kind of doing repeat. Um, and so we'll get into it. Mind you, if this reading does not resonate, make sure you're reading or you're listening to your sun, moon, rising. Some people even listen to their Jupiter. Or if you have any stelliums, I would listen to those. So yeah. Okay, so you're starting off with the netcaster. So just to explain, I know some of you guys probably already listen to tarot, but for others who don't, just because I used a card in a different reading, it doesn't mean that it means the same thing in another reading. Every time I get a card, it will not only change the image in my mind's eye and as I'm seeing it on the card, but it changes meanings when I see it. So as I'm seeing it today, immediately what I saw was they're ready. They're ready. And I heard they're ready. And immediately what I heard was we're preparing them. And what I saw as in this, and I don't know if you can see this, but this is a woman, right? And they have a fishnet. And what I was made to understand, what I'm understanding from this is that your ancestors actually have a net and they're about to, they have you prepared almost like in an energy, in a not a situation, almost like they've been preparing you. They've been buttering you up, is what I'm hearing. They've been prepping you for a specific to place you somewhere specifically. And now is the time, and it's basically like they're catching you. They're catching you in a net. And what I'm hearing is that it's a spiritual net. I'm hearing it's a spiritual net, and this is something that they've been preparing for, and they've been preparing you for it. The 4 plus 2 is 6, so you might be seeing a lot of sixes. Um, you have a lot, and I mean a lot of guides around you. This is something that has, I don't even know how to say it. They're showing it to me a certain way. I'm just seeing like a line of guides just all waiting. They're all waiting, and they've been waiting for this moment, and they're saying it's ready, it's time. And I'm not really sure what it's time for, but we'll go deeper into it. But they have a net, and basically they're throwing it to catch you in a net. But it's almost like they tricked you here. And I mean, tricked you here. They left a trail of cheese or whatever it is that you like. They left a trail to get you into this net because you weren't kind of coming on your own. You weren't coming on your own. So they kind of left this trail to get you into this net. But I feel like this is a spiritual trap. And whether you see this as bad or good, that's upon you. That's your decision. Anything can be good or bad, whether how you view your life or situations, right? Yeah, but this is something that's happening as we speak. Okay, because you're starting off with the galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. So yeah, they're putting you into um a spiritual matrix, almost like they're putting you into a spiritual, I don't want to say jail. I want a spiritual cocoon. That's what it was. Look, it even looks like it looks like a cocoon. It even kind of looks like a weird circle, like a caterpillar. Now that I'm looking at it, 2 plus 4 is 6. Look, there's mirroring. Okay, I'm getting a little bit too excited for your sorry, but uh, 2 plus 4, 24, 42. I don't know if you guys can see that. 24, 42. There's mirroring here. And whenever I see mirroring, that to me is spiritual. That is spirituality. That is mirroring with the universe, with somebody, with um just mirroring, meaning you're being shown um back things that you need to be looking at, that you need to be working on. You're being shown a mirror to look at yourself deeper, right? And so you're being placed right now almost into a cocoon, into a divine spiritual cocoon, is what I'm hearing. And I do feel like it was something that was, honestly, I don't feel like it was, you were led there. You were led there. And I feel like you were almost kind of tricked there. But it was for your highest good, and it was because I am feeling like you were kind of fighting it, and you were having a hard time getting there on your own. But you did, this is something that you had asked for, but at the same time, you're kind of fighting it. You're kind of fighting uh, the last steps, I'm hearing. The last step, the last process. And so you're being pushed down into a, you got next to deep diver, you're being pushed down into a task. Oh, you're being forced to close off everything and anything that has not served you. Anything from the past, things that you have not wanted to close off, things that you have not wanted to look at, things that you have not wanted to heal, things that you have not wanted to work on. You are being forced to be into a cocoon right now. Your money is not going to move. Nothing is going to move until you have healed and worked on certain things and let go. This is a 10. And this is deep diving into water. Waters are is emotions, and this is, and when I first saw this deep dive in the middle, to me it looks like this person, it actually looks like a mermaid, but it looked like this mermaid was being held down. Like if you look at the middle of her body, to me, when I saw this, I saw I don't know if you guys seen oh my gosh, now I can't think of the name. I literally had it right there. With Keanu Reeves. Constantine. Constantine, where the girl wants to know the truth about her sister, and she wants to see the truth, but she has to basically almost be unalived for a few seconds, and he has to hold her down underwater for her to activate her gifts and see the truth about what her sister, and the truth about her gifts, about the people, places, and things, about spirituality, about the things that she would see that she was denying herself. Um, Seeing the darkness, um, all those things that she had denied and pushed down and pretended like weren't real. Uh, it took her that moment of forcing herself to be submerged into the water, to feel that pain, that fear, that anguish of not being able to breathe from emotion. And that is your task, because the task is number 10. It is endings. I'm getting the 10 of swords, 10 of wands. It is seeing things and going through. I am hearing, and my throat chakra is now acting up, and I didn't get water. We're fine. I am hearing that you guys keep trying to restart a new life, bringing without closing out all the past doors, without looking at the past. You guys are trying to start a new life with with without closing out the old ones, without making the changes, the necessary changes that need to be made. You're never going to make the music sound differently if you're hitting the drum the same, right? The outcome is never going to be the same if you keep going at things, making the same decisions, reacting to situations the same way. If you keep doing things the same way, you're going to get the same results. It's asinine to think that you continue, okay, I'm going to do this, continue. If I think I do this 100 times, I think at the 101 time, it's going to be different. It's not. You know what's going to be different? It might just be a different person. It might be a different situation. Eventually, you're going to run out of situations and people to deal with, because you're just not. You're just not going to be able to have that situation. And you're going to end up either, it's just going to be a stagnant life. You're going to be on repeat forever and forever and forever. And I feel like for a lot of you guys are at the point where there was either an awakening already happening, and there was almost like a shift that needed to happen, and you made a little bit of a wrong turn, or you guys continued on that path, and then you guys just hit a little bit of a bump, and you guys just need a little bit of a shove at the end, right? Just kind of like a Spartan 300 kick, right? Just right at the end, just where you need that little shove to get you into the final hurdle, right? To close this off. Because this is what's needed at this time. This is what's needed. You need to look at your shadows. You need to look at the pain and the hurt, and be able to release this stuff, to be able to move on. And the fact is that Carl Jung says the truth is that we don't forgive people. We just let it go. We let things go. We let situations go. We don't really forgive people. We just let shit go, because who the hell cares? Bob from 1989 cheated on me and broke my heart. Who cares? Where's Bob now? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I've been with like 15 people since Bob. I don't know. Who cares? I hope Bob's doing well. You know? Who cares? Have I been the villain in other people's stories? Sure. I hope Bob is doing well. I actually don't know a Bob, but I'm just using, sorry if there's a Bob out there. And so yeah, Carl Jung says we don't actually forgive, we just let go. And we understand that, okay, my boundaries here were not placed correctly. Thank you for the lesson, Bob. Now I'm gonna move on. I was in a toxic relationship where this person did the most. The most. Thank you. You were my best teacher. Now I can read a narcissist from every which way south, left, right, up, down. Thank you. You gave me the handbook to narcissists, right? And now I know what situations. I know when you're lying. I know when you're this. I know when you're that. I know when I'm being gaslit. I know when I know, right? Thank you for narcissist uh handbooks for dummies 101, right? Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I hope you have the life you deserve. Let's move on. Let's move on. Cuz I'm not going to be miserable because you were toxic and I made the mistakes also of believing to choosing to believe that you were something other than you weren't, or continuing to want to help, or whatever the mistakes that I made, right? Now I know better, and now I have my boundaries in place, and now I have those tools, so let's move on, right? I will believe people when they behave a certain way, and I will act accordingly. It's time to move on from those things. And this is rising you above, literally. This is giving you an eagle eye. It's allowing you to use a microscope to see the situations that you were in, to see them exactly for what they were. It's rising you above the situations, to not see them for when you were in them, but to see them through a microscope, to be able to deep down see what they were, but not only just see things for a situation, right? For the situation from one side, for seeing them for both sides. Remember, it's always two people. And even if it was all them, let's say they did all the damage, you stayed, right? Somebody peed in the pool, but you sat in the pool with pee in it, right? So maybe they did all the damage, but you chose to stay there. So you did do your part, okay? You did do your part, and you became a martyr. You chose to become a victim, and saying, no, I'm not a victim. You're mistreating me, and I choose to leave, right? And so there is always two people in a situation, and it doesn't mean that your part was the worst, but we always do our part in a situation, and we have to view things 360, and they're giving you a higher view of the situations and the parts you played, and also understanding things better from the part they played, right? Seeing things from a more healed, a more advanced view is what I'm hearing. And this is you bringing you to the spirit of the rivers, movement toward adventure. This is going to bring you into a whole new. I'm hearing not only adventures in your life, but I'm hearing adventures of. It's going to change the way that you see and view the world. And it's actually going to change the way that you remember your past. It's actually going to change the stories, the dynamics, the way that you feel, the stories that you have, that you connect your personality to, right? And this is going to open your, this feels forced, this feels wide open, where your emotions are just flowing, and this is going to open your heart completely. And this is going to open you up to compassion, not only for yourself. And remember, home is where the heart is. This is going to bring you home to yourself, but it's also going to bring you home to compassion, to understanding not other people's point of view, but your point of view. Compassion for yourself, compassion for other people, um, compassion for people who are going through the same things. Because I'll be completely honest, I used to be one of those people that be like, why would they stay in that situation? When I was 20, 25, I would be like, I would never stay in a toxic situation. Yeah. Yeah, I was one of those people. I'll be straight up. Boom. 2 years in a toxic relationship because it's an addiction, because the universe says, hey, by the way, yeah, you have a karmic and we're going to make you have a very strong connection. And yeah, you're going to have to figure your way out of this. And now I'm like, I should have never said anything about anything because you never know what people are going through. And that cord is strong, even though you know, like, why am I accepting this? And why are you doing this? And why are you doing that? When you know better and you're just like, I would never allow this from any. Why would I, you are seeing things now from a higher point of view, and now you're having compassion for yourself and from other people because you didn't know better, right? You don't know better, but now you're learning also not to be judgmental of other people's situations and just to not judge, period, because we literally do not understand other people's situations and why they're in what they're in, right? Um, but I feel like this is completely opening you guys up. I do feel like there's going to be so many releases. There's so much water here. There's so much blue here. Um, and it just feels like absolutely, I don't feel, I don't feel tears. What I feel are more of a weight lifted off my body. I feel like, uh, yeah, a weight lifted off of my chest. Like my shoulders feel almost sore, as if I had had something weighing on me, and now my body feels lighter. Almost like you've been holding the weight of all these issues and problems. Oh shit. Hang on, guys. Oh god. That flew all the way over there. Okay. Being lifted off of me. Okay, I'm clarifying. I do feel like you guys have been dealing with not so nice energies, not so nice people. Um, and I feel like, hang on, let me get one more. Why do your cards keep flying? Stop. Okay, you guys got a whole bunch of cards for this, but it doesn't matter. You guys got do not back down from a position, show strength and fortitude. Time to get out of a situation. May, something might have happened in May. You could be dealing with a Gemini. You could be a Gemini, or uh, Taurus. Yeah, either Taurus or a Gemini, or you could have that in your chart. And then feeling tied down or frustrated. Yeah. This is, I feel like this is something that you've been dealing with for a very long time. And what's happening is that you guys have been dealing for it for a while now, and you guys have been healing through it. But now the divine is stepping in and they are putting you in a spiritual, basically a spiritual bubble. That's what they're doing. They're putting you into a protection bubble, and they're going to allow you to see things from a higher perspective. So you're able to heal. You're able to heal and you're able to see things from a higher perspective. And that's going to allow you to release the burdens, the heartache, the anger I'm hearing. Um, but it's going to allow you, even though at first you are kind of being forced into the water, held down into the water, it's going to allow you to basically be able to swim in the water. Yeah, look, diving into a task, heartache over what you no longer have. And this is making my throat chakra act up again. I'm not seeing it on here, but I am feeling that this, the way that you're going to be cornered into this might be a tower moment. I'm not seeing it on the table, but I am seeing it in my third eye, and I am feeling the tower moment. So just be prepared, you know, with truths coming out, people, yeah, see, announcement and unsuccessful plans. Announcement and unsuccessful plans. I feel like there's something that's going to come out about plans that you had with someone, about something in the future, and that's something that is not going to come to fruition. Something that you were hoping that you could. I'm hearing repair, but it's not. It's not. It's just not. It's not. It's not meant. It's not meant to be repaired. It's not meant to be repaired. I'm here. It's not even meant to be in your life. It was meant to teach you. It was meant to help you. And now it's time for you to go out of that and release everything from the past and move on to a new. It was meant to open your heart and have compassion and understanding, and release all that hate and anger and resentment that you've had. Okay. Clarifying the spirit of adventure. My throat chakra is jacked. You got dealing the relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair, and then problems to be resolved. Yeah, problems to be resolved. But I do feel, like I said, there's going to be a lot of emotion. There's going to be a lot of emotion here. I'm feeling a tower moment. There's going to be some information that's going to come out. I do feel like this is going to be something having to do with just secrets coming out. People that have been hiding things, lying to you, things about the past. People saying that they had plans for the future. It was not true. People that have been aggressive. I even saw, when in my meditation, I just remembered, I saw somebody being attacked, not attacked physically, but almost like yelled at for their religious beliefs. This was like one of those like religious fanatics yelling at like somebody that was joking, making a spiritual joke. So you could be getting attacked for your spirituality. You could be getting attacked for your beliefs. Just be careful. Just be careful. Clarified compassion. And then for compassion, you got strong emotion, passionate, love or hate. Yep. And then you got news is on the way. Yeah. Yep. Let's get this reading was difficult. I could feel it was going to be difficult from the moment I pulled out that card. But listen, I prefer the more difficult readings because that whole this week is going to be amazing, and then something happens and I'm like, that's not what they said. I would have been prepared for what this would have been, then, you know, like, tell me my car's going to break down. Not that, you know, I'm going to get millions of dollars this week, which, you know, most likely, you know what I mean? You guys got a bunch. You guys, okay, I'm going to give them all to you because, yeah. You guys got, what do you need to release? Yeah. A win-win outcome is forecast. So no matter what happens, okay, this is all meant to help you. It's literally helping you. A new start is coming. It's helping you so that you can have a new start. It's helping you when you're holding on to the rope. You know that picture where you're holding on to the rope because you're trying to hold on to it, and really all it's doing is it's doing more damage. than if you just let go. That's what's happening here. So the universe is basically sending in somebody to like step on your hand or something so you can release the rope. And unfortunately, it is a little bit more pain, um, but it's so that the pain can stop completely, right? All right, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being here. I am sending you guys so much love right now and compassion, compassion, compassion. Okay. I hope this finds you guys well, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.